Hey, what's going on, Dokkan Fam, and welcome back to the channel. If you've been enjoying the videos, please be sure to show some love and smash that like button. And as you guys can see today, I'm going to show you how to get your LR Trunks from Super Attack 1 all the way up to Super Attack 10 without having to use any Elder KAIS. Now, as you guys know, Elder KAIS are rare to come by, they're hard to obtain, so you want to save them as much as possible. And there is a unit in the game that comes every single week that you guys can use to boost your super attack. And depending on how much you awaken it, it can either be a 5% chance, a 50% chance, or even up to a 100% chance to boost your super attack by 1. But that's all gonna vary depending on whether or not you fully awaken this character. So to start off, you're gonna go to the Time Traveling Warrior. This is a strike event under the story mode, so I'm sure you guys have seen this. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna go to stage 1, and then you're going to go to Z-Had, and you're going to obviously have to spend the 7 stamina. Pick a friend. I recommend a friend over a guest so you max out your friend points. But guys, it's a really easy event. You should be able to defeat Trunks quite easily, and you're going to be guaranteed to get 1 card every single time you run this event. So I recommend that maybe you collect a few of them before you get to the awakening part, which we'll get to after I run this event once, just so you guys don't have to go back and forth too much. Now, I do want you to know, you might be wondering how the game is moving, and I'm talking with my hands. So my memory card decided to delete all my footage. I recorded like 4 videos. Deleted all my footage off the card. I have no idea how it happened. Took the card out of the camera, put it in the computer. Footage was gone. So we're doing this live, guys. We're doing this live. So like I said, Trunks is pretty easy. Just to show you how easy it is, I actually beat him with my AGL pan right here. Guys, you're not going to believe the amount of damage that she did. Like, everyone's like, oh, Pan sucks. She's a great support unit, and I've already unlocked 2 paths for her. And check this out. Super attack. She does 758,000 damage. That is insane. When I first started using this unit, she was barely hitting people for 50,000. 2 paths open, top left, bottom right, almost 1,000,000. Granted, it was against an AGL versus an STR, which is always going to be the highest anyways, but I mean, still, that's pretty good for another pan, right? So anyways, so as soon as you clear the event, you guys obviously saw that you did get the card that we needed, and it's this Trunks card right here. Let me read this to you guys. Future Hope Trunks Team. So collect as many of these as you want to begin, but as soon as you collect those cards, guys, in order to use them, you have to first max out their level, and then you have to do a Z Awakening. So that's what I'm doing right here. And as you can see, I have 3 cards available. I have one that's already at 100%, which is a UR version. Then I have the 2 5%ers. What we're going to do together is get those 2 5%ers to 50% by awakening them from SR to SSR. And the main reason why obviously I'm not using that 100% right there is because that's actually a unit that I use in my deck when I have to do strike events. I'm sure you guys have seen that there's specific events in the game that you can only use characters from strike events or drop events. Trunks is one of those cards, so he's actually at Super Attack 13, so I will not be using him, obviously, to boost my Super Attack of my LR Trunks. But anyways, as you can see, my LR Trunks is at 9 of 10, so what I'm going to do is attempt to get that last +1 using just these 2 units. So what we're going to have to do is go to Training, select obviously the unit that we want to train, which is going to be the STR Trunks. And then as soon as you select him, I recommend, if you have cards available, try to get at least 5 in there, because if you're going to use certain training locations, guys, you can get a boost in the amount of experience you get per card you obtain. I'm out of all STR training items, so I have to use training items from other categories, which, if you didn't know you could do that, now you do. Just make sure when you do this, that when you're about to do your training, you do max out the level of the card. I can't tell you how many times I've done this without making sure the level was going to be maxed, and basically do the training, and then he's at like 50 or something versus the 60. So always make sure you're maxing out the level. So now that he's maxed out, what we're going to do is we're going to go to Awaken, and we're going to start to use medals to awaken those 2 cards from SR to SSR to bring them from a 5% chance to a 50% chance. But as you can see, you do need quite a few medals in order to do this. So I would recommend that if you're going to do this, that you always make sure that you're giving it your best shot, which means you want to make sure that when you're doing this, you're not doing it 1 card at a time. I recommend typically doing it like 3 cards at a time, because in my experience, whenever I've done it with 3 cards, I usually get pretty good boost. I actually have an LR Goku Black that I've been working on doing 3 cards at a time, and there was actually 2 instances where I did get the +3, so it can happen, and as long as you do about 3, you can typically get, you know, at least a +1. So, and the reason why I'm not boosting all these guys to the UR level is because, as you can see, the medals required to go from SSR to UR is a bit harder to get. That turtle medal and that Bulma medal, you only get those sometimes, like very rarely, from the Baba shop, but you only get those from the World Tournament, and there's quite a few other cards in your deck that you might want to be able to Dokkan Awaken that you're going to need those medals for. So blowing them all just to boost the super attack of your Trunks, I think is a waste of time, especially when you can get that card to 50% just by getting to SSR. So there's no need to do this to get these cards to the UR level, unless, of course, you're swimming in turtle medals and Bulma medals. So aside from that, I would stay away from doing the UR boost. So what we're going to do is go back to training. We're going to select the LR Trunks card, and we're going to attempt to boost his super attack. And I already know what's about to happen, and I was not happy. Let's just put it that way. So I selected the 2 units, and guys, like, what I always do when I do this is I always put a gravity chamber. There's still a debate that goes on whether or not gravity chambers actually do anything. In my experience, they do help, and I've been having really, really good luck lately, but for whatever reason, while making this video, doing the 2 cards to do that last super attack, I did not get an increase when I did it this time. I mean, look at that! It did not give me a +1! I was so angry when I was making this video, and I had to stop at the time because I didn't have any more Trunks cards to try this again with. But one of the good things that came from me having to do what I'm doing now is that I grinded out 3 more. I got them to 50%. I used the gravity chamber. I hit begin, and guys, I was so sure of myself that it was gonna go up, and then when it didn't go up again, I got even more pissed, like just flipping out. Went and grinded out 2 more Trunks cards, wasted all my South Kai medals, grabbed another gravity chamber, and I guess 3rd time's the charm because it finally went up. And guys, if it didn't go up +1 on my final attempt like it did right here, I was just gonna like throw my phone across the room. But anyways, that is the easiest way to boost his super attack, and despite me having those 2 mess ups while you guys are watching, 9 times out of 10 you will see an increase. I have no idea why it didn't work. Super attacks on your LR Trunks cards, and if you don't have LR Trunks yet, I know you'll get them soon. And as always, guys, see you later.